Hello Libra, and welcome to your reading. Libra, we're going to see what messages are here for you. As usual, I want to remind you to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, because by doing that you get a much fuller picture of the energies that you are working with. Libra, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell, that would be awesome, as I release videos for you every single day. So let's have a look to see what is going on for you. I'm gonna also get some oracle cards for you, so let's have a look. As I'm shuffling, I want to remind you to have a look at your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant sign, because you get a much fuller reading when you do so. So Libra, these are the cards that we have, and we are in that energy of being on a journey to your wishes coming true. You are opening up this reading with the wonderful energies of the Nine of Cups. And the reason why I said you are journeying to this energy, because right now you are in this energy of thinking, of pondering, of making some important decisions, because the next card that you have is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is all about taking that time for introspection before you make that important decision that is really the pivotal point of your future. Because when we look at the Hanged Man, not only is it a major arcana card, it is a card that says don't do anything right now, but instead, right now is the perfect time to gather some important information, because the information that you're going to gather now is going to be important as you are making decisions in the future. The Hanged Man is all about looking at things from different perspectives, from different types of areas, so that you can be able to make these decisions in a way that you understand that I have really taken the time to question, to ask the hard questions before I made that final decision. Because by doing that, you can have that energy of standing firm in the decisions that you make, standing strong in the decisions that you are making, because there could be that energy where other people are not agreeing with the decisions that you're making, but because you took the time out to really pause, to think, to analyze and to assess things before moving ahead. This is the perfect thing to do in the here and now. So again, to recap Libra, right now is the perfect time to do nothing, but instead to be gathering some important information, because this important information is going to allow you to make the right decisions for you. Because as we can see with our next card, you are receiving the King of Swords, and the King of Swords is someone who is strong, who is firm, who is strong in their decisions, because they have taken the time out to look at this situation from all different angles, so that when it is time to speak, you can speak with authority, with conviction, because this is the essence, this is the energy of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is someone who is ready to cut to the chase, to really pierce and to get to the point, despite those words that you're saying. They could be causing some disagreement, some pain to other people, but nonetheless, they need to be said because you took the time out that was important to maybe do some research, maybe to get in contact with some other people, to gather all the information that you needed. So there is a lot about gathering information, not rushing things, because in doing so, you are then coming out the other side with this energy of the Nine of Cups, having joy, feeling good, having your wishes fulfilled, because you were not in a rush to get to this point. You understood to get this joy, this happiness, this peace of mind. It was going to be a process, and the process was all about taking things slow, really thinking, analyzing before rushing, because rushing right now is that caution that you are being cautioned against. Right now is not the time to rush. Right now is not the time to speak about important information. So really keeping quiet. And then when it is time to step up to the energy of the King of Swords, you will know exactly what to say. So it is all about strategy. It is all about understanding the process that is going to lead you to the success of the King of Swords. Because the success of the King of Swords is because the King of Swords is wise. The King of Swords looks at things from a higher perspective. The King of Swords is someone who removes emotion away from this situation and makes decisions based on facts and facts alone, instead of being all up in their emotions and then feeling like they are forced to make decisions that are going to be favorable, that are going to make them feel like, oh, everyone is going to love them. No, that's not the energy of the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very comfortable being unpopular and doing the right thing. Because I feel that right now, maybe let's put it in context so it's easier to understand. So maybe right now you're taking that higher perspective, you're looking at your life, you're looking at your family life, and you're seeing that there are some changes that need to be made. Maybe you're starting to budget, maybe whatever it is that you're doing, you're starting to see that, hey, there are some important changes that we need to make. So right now you are gathering all the information, you are researching, you are learning, you are looking into the future, and you are seeing that things need to change. And if things don't change, there is going to be some difficulties in the future. Why do I say that? Because behind the King of Swords, we can see that there are some mountains, and the mountains always represent those challenges, those difficulties. So you're understanding that there could be difficulties if you are not willing to make and implement the changes that are necessary. So right now you are gathering the information, and then when it is time, you are representing those information. You're talking to your family. Hey, we need to tighten our belts because XYZ. If you are a manager at work, a director at work, if you are in that position of authority at work, you are then able to have a meeting with your team, with your staff, and say, hey, we need to do XYZ. And I know that this decision is not going to make me popular, but it is necessary for the survival of the company. So this is what's going to happen. And you're speaking from that place of authority, and people are listening to you. I'm not saying that you be popular, but still people are listening and understanding why you are having to make these hard choices, these hard decisions. So right now, as you are in that energy of thinking, of you really taking all the information in, you are understanding that yes, there are some difficult decisions that you are going to have to make. And you're understanding that there is no way of you getting out of these decisions that you have to make. There's no way of getting off the hook lightly. So Libra, as you are here, you are looking at everything, and some of these choices are really hard to make. So you might be feeling a bit indecisive. So let's say maybe you need to let some people go because you don't need them in your company anymore, because business is, is a bit complicated right now. And you're looking at your staff and you're like, that person, they're really good, but that person, they're awesome, but. So you're in that energy of not being able to make that decision, because right now everything has its pros and its cons. There is not an outright winner. There's not an outright loser right now. So this is why I was saying right now is not the perfect time to make that important decision. There are just some things that are not able to be, to be straight. Everything is So you're in this energy of being of not being able to make a decision, but when it is the right time, you will know exactly what to do, because you are going to have strategy. You are going to have that energy of looking at everything and understanding that right now you are indecisive about what it is that you need to do. Right now you are still in progress to making these important decisions, and as you're bringing in strategy, you are in that energy of, all right, let me maybe write things down, the pros and the cons of all the decisions that we need to make before moving forward. And as you are strategizing, you are coming to a good conclusion because you are not in a rush. not being in a rush is really, really important. And Libra, the divine is asking you that whilst you are in that energy of evaluating, strategizing, looking at everything, this is also the perfect time to communicate with the divine, because the divine is always here, willing and able to assist you in making the hard decisions that you need to make. So as you are stuck in your mind, as you are thinking things through, the divine is saying, hey, it's not always all about logic. Sometimes really looking at ways to open up the doors to communicating with the divine, with your spirit guides, with whatever it is going to bring you that element of peace, because suddenly you could just figure something out. All right, this is what I need to do next. So there is this energy of peace that is going to come and wash over you, even though you are making really difficult decisions right now. So it is the perfect time to communicate and to speak with the divine, Libra. So this is the message that I have for you. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to see you soon. It's a goodbye.